Okay. So today we will go for a jQuery. Okay. So jQuery is a library for JavaScript. We know how to use the Bootstrap, right? A Bootstrap is a library for the CSS. So whatever the classes we want to write it, already those are available. Example, margin left, margin right, margin top, margin bottom, display flex. So there are so many things are available, right? Like this jQuery also is like a library for JavaScript. Okay. So whatever we are going to write, already those methods are available inside the jQuery. Okay. So using the jQuery, we can write this, we can execute this jQuery in any platform. Like you can execute in the Windows, you can execute in the Linux, anywhere. Because this jQuery is a library for JavaScript. So JavaScript will run anywhere in any machine, Linux or Windows. So that is the reason we'll say platform independent. Okay. And jQuery main aim is you write the less code and do the more things. Okay. Talk less and do more. Like this jQuery is like there. Yeah, that is the one. Okay. Let us see what we are going to do. For example, we are going to have a one simple button. Okay. So with this simple button, whenever we are clicking this button, I want to change the text. Okay. Handle text, something like this. Suppose if you want to change the text, how many ways we can do it? First, we have to get that element, right? How to get that element? Document dot get element by tag name. We can do is it right? Okay, what is the tag name? It is a div. Okay, something like this. I can write. So div, it will return a array. Let me, instead of writing like this, let us go with the normal flow. Okay, so let us store into one variable. Let div. Okay, so it will like a divs. Okay, and I want to change the first element, div of 0. Okay, inner HTML is equal to welcome, something like this. Hello world is there, we'll change it to welcome to my page, something. Okay, so let us reload this page in the browser and we can see the output. Reveal in the explorer and open it. Okay, so hello world is there. Let us click here, file, inspect. Okay, so but we did not add any click event. That is the reason we are not getting any data. Okay, so let's go and change the add a event here. How to add a event here? On click is equal to, so what is our event name? Handle text. Okay, handle text and add the brackets. So now let us reload the page again, change text. So we are able to change the value, right? Okay, here how many lines you are writing your code here, ma? First you are writing a function, that is okay. Okay, inside the function you are trying to get the element first. Okay, after that one again you are writing this many things, we are writing it, right? Okay, instead of writing this many lines, we are going to write a very small code and which will change the text, something like this. Okay, that is the reason we are going for a jQuery. So first, if you want to learn any framework, first open their website first. Okay, so you can open the jQuery, Google, just search for the jQuery and it is going to open the Google website, something like this. Okay, so this is the jQuery original website. Okay, so here you can see jQuery is a fast small weight library and it makes, you can using the jQuery we can do anything, ma, everything is possible. Okay, so using the jQuery everything is possible. Let us try to do this one. Okay, first if you want to add this jQuery, what you have to do? You have to integrate that library to our project or not. If you want to include the bootstrap, what we have to do? We have to add that link. Same thing here. If you want to add that jQuery, again what we have to do? We have to add that jQuery library to our page. Okay, so here you can go and download. You can click on this download and it will tell you. Suppose you want to download or you want a CDN link, something like this. Go to bottom, there is using a CDN link and you can find the CDN link here. Okay, so here I'm going to click this Google CDN link and I can copy the CDN link here. So the current version, if you see, This is the latest version of jQuery. I'm going to copy here. Okay, so once you copy it, how to import that script in our file? Simply we can use like this, right? Script. So you can say script something like this. Okay. Okay. So here I'm going to remove this function and we will see how we are going to do with the jQuery. So let us see. So whenever we are first, what is the step we have done? We have included the jQuery library. Second, so again I can write another jQuery. Okay. Suppose now what I want to do, I want to click this button. Whenever I'm clicking it, I want to listen it and I want to change the text. Okay. So either I can write a function here and without writing the function, what I can do, I can write some statements like this. Okay. So what is this meaning? I will explain. So here we are putting a dollar. Dollar refers for the jQuery. Okay. And you know this document. What is this document? Document is nothing but a document object. Okay. So and it is a ready function. Okay. What is this meaning is whenever your page is ready. Okay. Whenever your page is ready, you register my listeners like whatever this one. Okay. Internally, what we are trying to do here, dollar refers for what? jQuery. Okay. How many CSS selectors are there for us? Three. What are the three? Tag name, ID name, class name. Okay. So here, whenever you are using directly like this is a tag name selector. Okay. Suppose whenever you want to write a ID selector, this is like a ID selector. Whenever you want to write a dot, this is nothing but a class selector. Okay. This is exactly same as our CSS. So here I am not writing any dot or a hash. Now tell me what is this selector? This is a tag name selector. Okay. So this is, and we are writing a click event. Okay. And this click event will take a one function. Okay. So inside that function, what I want to do change, I want to change all the div. Okay. And I want to change the text to the welcome to hello world page. Something this is very big. Okay. So instead of writing like this, let me comment out and let us, okay. Let us try with this one and I will change it to the something else also. Let us go and do this one. Okay. See, it is changing it or not? There is no function you have written. I did not write any function, right? This is registered via what function? Using the register event. Okay. So let us comment over this and we'll try to go with our way, our own way. So how to do it? A function. What is our function name? Suppose change text something like this. Okay. So whenever I'm clicking it, I want to call that function. How to call it? On click is equal to, okay, change text. Okay. Something brackets. Okay. So now see, earlier what is the step we have written? Document dot get element by class name or document dot get element by ID. Okay. You no need to do all these things whenever you are using a jQuery. Very, very simple. You write a dollar and what selector you want to write it? Tag name. So just write your tag name. That's all. Okay. And now you want to change the text, right? So there is a method called text. Okay. So simply write whatever the text you want to change it. So automatically internally it will be equaling like our inner.html. Okay. See how many lines you are writing here? Only one line. Earlier how many lines we are writing it? Multiple lines. Correct, right? So using the jQuery internally they will write our own code only. Whatever we have written, write a document dot get element by ID inner.html, that will they will write. Instead of we are writing, they are already written. We just need to call that simple method, text method, something like this. Okay. So that now here we are writing something like this. Suppose I want to go with my ID selector. So how to select? How to create ID here? ID is equal to ID is equal to div-1 something like. Okay. Now I want to select this based on the ID. Tell me how to do it. Hash div-1. Okay. So now if we are writing correct, then it should reload the page. See, that is changing it or not? Yes. Suppose I want to go with a class name. Okay, I want to go with a class name. Class is equal to my-class, something like this. Okay. If there is any class with my-class, I want to highlight. So how to do it? Dot. What is my class name? My-class, something like. Suppose I will write it wrongly because every time it is working right. We'll try with the wrong one. Okay. So let us go with the wrong one. Reload. Is it working or not working? Not working. Because why it is not working? We have written wrong. Okay. So let us go and clear it. So let us go and check it now. Okay. See how much simple it is. You no need to write a document dot get element by id, get element by tag name, get element by query, something. You no need to use anything. Very, very simple. This dollar and this symbol. This is equal to our first line. Let div is equal to document dot get element by id. After that, we are changing inner HTML, right? For this one, the method is a text method. Okay. So like this, you can change it. This is okay, right? So now let us go with the second. Okay, suppose now I want to hide this element. I want to hide it. I don't want to show it. Whenever I'm clicking, I want to hide it. Very simple. Okay, so dollar first get that element. Okay, so how to get that element? I can go with the id base now. Okay, hash div-id. So whenever you want to hide it, earlier what is the technique we have used it? This document dot, okay, display dot, sorry, div dot style dot, then what? Display is equal to none. Correct, right? Here you no need to all these things. Simple. There is a method called hide. Okay. You no need to use all those techniques. Simply write a div is equal to hide. So let us see what is going to do. Reload. See, hide. Suppose whenever I'm clicking, I want to bring it back. Okay. I want to bring it back. So there is a method called show. Okay. There is a method. What is the method name? Show. Okay, suppose by default I want to hide it. After 2 seconds I want to bring it back. Okay, tell me how to do it. Set timeout. Okay, after 2 seconds I want to do it. 3 seconds, something like set timeout, and you can write it and show. So let us go and try this one. Reload, change text. It is hidden. Okay, so once it is hidden, yeah, see, automatically it's coming, right? If you want to hide any element, how much easy in jQuery? Simply write like whatever the tag name, just hide. Automatically it will hide. If you want to bring it back, show. You no need to play with the display none, visibility block, and all these things. Okay, so that is the reason here you are writing very, very less code, only one line code, and it is doing more things. Suppose I want to toggle. I don't want to hide and toggle. I want to toggle. So we have done that also ourselves, right? Okay, here we have a simple method called toggle. Okay, simple. Let us reload. Okay, see, something like this. If you want to do it, very, very simple. Okay, so like this, you have a some methods are here. Now we have seen a hide, and we have seen a show, and we'll go with the add class and remove class. So let us add a bootstrap here. Suppose I want to include the bootstrap here. So anybody know how to add a bootstrap here? Okay, let me add a bootstrap 5. Okay, so go to that quick start. Okay, copy this element. Where we have to import? We have to import in the head section. Okay, head section, import it. Okay, and apart from this one, there is a JS file also is there. Let me copy this JS also. Done. Okay, now let us go and reload our page. Okay, so buttons are changed something little bit better. Okay, that's fine. So okay, now I want to change this button style using the bootstrap. You know how to change the button style, right? So how to change the button style? Class is equal to btn hyphen primary. Okay, so let us go and change this one. See, button is okay, so that is fine. Now I want to change this thing. Okay, I want to add a border here, and with some background color I want to add it for the bottom. So tell me how to do it. So I can say instead of my class I will say border. Okay, w-100. What is the w-100? Width is equal to 100, height is equal to 50%, and bg I will say primary. So what is the color I am using it? bg primary, something. So we are able to get it right. Okay, so this is the normal one. So now using the jQuery, whenever I'm clicking here, okay, whenever I'm clicking, it is toggling, right? I don't want toggle behavior. So we know that toggle is going to work out. And I want to change this color. I want to remove this CSS. Okay. So if you want to remove any CSS, in there also we can do it, right? Class list data remove. That method we have it, right? Okay. Instead of doing that one, I can say dollar. Okay, dollar. Okay. What is my class name? Something like this. Okay. So here I am writing a two classes, toggle class. Okay, Toggle class means what will happen? If it is there, remove it. If it is not there, add it. That is the meaning. Okay. Let us see here. Let us reload. See, suppose I want to change the color. So that means this point is telling you can add any CSS class dynamically. You can add it, you can remove it. You can add it, remove it. Suppose I don't want to toggle, I want to remove class. Okay, remove class. So what it will happen if it is any CSS is there, it will remove that class, something like this. It is removed. Okay, something like, suppose I want to add a CSS class, add class. Okay, and I want to add the danger. Okay, something like, so now what is the next point we have seen? First step, we have changed the text. Second step, we are able to change the bootstrap like classes also. Suppose you want to write your own class, you write it, no problem, you just pass the class name, automatically that class also we can happen. Okay, so we can add the class, we can remove the class. Okay, and even we can toggle the class also. Correct, right? We can toggle the class also, toggle class. Okay, something like this. Suppose I want to change the font size. We know how to change the font size there, right? Div data style data font size, something like that. Okay, here we have a method called CSS. Okay, what is the method name? CSS. Let's go and try with the CSS. Okay, so let's write a dollar and you can go for. Okay, so let me go with the CSS. Okay, the CSS will take a two arguments mainly. This is your property, this is your value. So which property we want to add it? Font size. Right. So let us go with the font hyphen size property. So how many pixel I want to give it? I want to give a 30 pixel. No, don't. Let us try to do this one. Let us reload. Okay, see, earlier it's a small font, now it is a big font. You want to change the color also, font color also. How to do it? Okay, simply write again another class. Okay, what is the property I want to do it? Color is equal to white color. You no need to write again div. You can directly start writing on the right side itself, one by one, something like this. Okay, so let us go and do it. See, white color and background. Okay, so now using the jQuery, what are the things it is possible now? Tell me. You can add the element, we can add the any style, we can remove the style. Correct, right? And you can add the class, you can remove the class, you can toggle the class, you can change the text. Okay, suppose I want to write another div. Okay, div. Okay, something. Okay, suppose there is a class I am writing div-hyphen 3 something. Okay, so I want to delete this one. Whenever I'm clicking the button, I want to delete this button. Okay, so how to remove this one? We have seen this method, right? Remove child. One method we have seen, right? Append child, remove child, something method we have seen. Suppose I want to remove this one. Okay, so see, so whenever you want to remove it, you get this by ID. So what is the element you want to remove it? This one. Okay, so here this is a class selector, ID selector, class selector. Here we are giving class only, right? And we want to call a remove method. So let us see here. First we will have a 3 div. This is the 1, 2, 3. So whenever I'm clicking, that is deleted. See, it's a simple or difficult, but in the normal code, you have to write a first get the element by ID, then document dot body dot remove child, and you need to give that ID and how much thing we are doing. Okay, so it is a simple one to do this one. Okay, so that is the reason jQuery is a you are writing very small code, but you are doing a lot of work. Okay, whenever you want to do, you can do all these things. Okay, so mainly the jQuery interview question is what is jQuery, why you have to use the jQuery. Okay, so you can simply say jQuery is a small lightweight library, and we can install jQuery using the this CD and link. Okay, and what DOM manipulation, can we do DOM manipulation or not? DOM manipulation means adding, removing, replacing. Possible or not? Possible. Okay, CSS manipulation, adding CSS, add class, font size, color. Possible or not? Yes, possible. HTML events. Suppose I want to click the event button. So without writing this button also, we have done this code right first time. whenever I have to, like, first we have discussed this one, right? See, button events. I'm writing click here. You don't need to write this code at all. This on click also not required. This will handle the on click also. Okay. So then it means you can handle the button HTML events also. Okay. And FX something animations also we can do using the CSS. Okay. Suppose if you go to the CSS, okay, this jQuery, let's go with some jQuery. Here you can go for API documentation. Okay. So inside the API documentation, let us go for some animation. Okay, there is a method called animate. Okay. So there is a method called animate. So you can do any animation, small animation using the jQuery. Let's go to bottom and they will write some animation. Okay. Suppose I'm clicking here. Let us see here. Okay. Suppose I'm writing like this. So what they're trying to do initially, a button is here and they're slowly increasing their weight and slowly moving their position. That's all. Okay. Suppose if you see the code, so whenever we are clicking a button, this is the code. Okay. So what is the function they are calling it? Animate. Okay. Inside the animate, they are passing some arguments. I will explain it. Okay. So let us try with the same thing with our code also. Okay. Let me copy this, whatever it is there. Let me copy here and try with our code also. Okay. So let us go here and try to right click, format the document, but I want to give this one for my div1, not for this block. Okay, I want to do it for div1. Okay, so what is the width I'm trying to apply? 70%. Okay, opacity, do you know what is that opacity? Color dimness, right? Possible value 0 to 1. Okay, and margin left, they want to give in some 6 inches. That is okay. Font size 3em. Let us go and reload the page, our page. Okay, by default something like this. Okay, see what happened. You have given some left side margin and the color also is something like opacity and it is doing some small animation. Let's see. Okay, the small font size is coming from lower to higher, something like this. Okay, so this animation, what is the method they are using it? Animate. Okay, you can use any animate. Okay, and here the time, what is the time you want to play it? 1.5 seconds. Okay, suppose you want to play with more seconds, you can give like a more seconds and it will work for more time. Okay, but as per the industry standard, we'll do it only 1 second. We'll not do this much slow. We'll go for only 1 second. This is only for either 1 second or less than 500 seconds, something like that. I will do it. Okay. So something like this. This is a width property. This is a height property. And you want to change any color, you change it. Whatever the thing you want to apply, you can apply all the CSS here. Okay. So what is the method name for this one? Animate. Okay. So inside this animation, if you go to that website, they will be having some other animation examples also. Suppose, see, whenever they are clicking this box, suppose you want to write one game. Whenever you are clicking, you want to move inch by inch. Okay. And suppose like this, something. This is simple only. Whenever they are clicking here, their positioning is equal, left is equal to minus 50 pixel. Automatically, the red is increasing. That's all. Okay. If you see the position will be either we have position static, five types are there, right? What are the 5 types? Static, relative, absolute, sticky, fixed. Okay, you have to remember by default what is the static they are giving? A absolute, and they will keep on increasing. See, the left is by default 50 pixel. If they keep on, whenever they are clicking the button, if they keep on increasing or decreasing, automatically the button will move in the left or right direction. That is a technique only. There no other simple. Okay, something like this. Let's go here. Suppose I want to animate here. Suppose whenever I'm by default, it is only this much. Whenever I'm clicking here, I want to occupy full screen. Then I can use this one. Must see they're using width is equal to 100%, some width is equal to 90%, duration something like this. You can use any of these. Okay, this is a toggle. Here you can look for any animation whichever is suitable. You can try to add it, or based on this knowledge you can change your properties and do it. Okay, so like this in the jQuery there are so many methods are there. Animation is only one method now. Okay, if you see here, let me go to animate. Okay, So there is a fade in, fade out. Okay, fade in means you give the dimness. Fade out means give the dim out, something like this. Okay, and hide, speed, slide. Yeah, if you want to do slide up, something like this, sliding up. You take the example, and okay, let us see here. Slide up a function. They're calling it something. If you want such effect, you can see this is the CSS which is available, and you can use this classes here. Div dot show and else div dot slide up something. You go on directly slow something. Okay, hide one. Slow instead, if you are directly writing normal condition, it will close immediately. But here it is doing a slowly. That's all. Okay. If you want to use this one, you can use a slide up, and that slide up has a some function. Inside the function, you can write whatever the code you want to do this one. Something like this. Okay. So like this, there are so many slide up, slide, and you can go for the API documentation. Okay. Inside the API documentation, you can see the methods now. Okay. But this thing is, whenever you are going for a React, we will not use this one. But if you are going to work on any project, that project is using the this jQuery. So at that time, please come here and check the methods and use the method, whichever the method is required for us. Okay. Suppose your project is not at all using the jQuery, don't know, we don't have any problem. Just leave it and go and work on the React itself. Okay. So if your project is working on a jQuery, come here and check the methods. Okay. So our just you can read out to add. What is the use of add? If you want to add any new element, you can use a add. Suppose I want to add back something. Okay, add class. What is the use of add class? Adding a new class. Okay. Suppose I want to add one element after one element, then I can use a after. Something like this you can see, and animate method. Append means adding into the existing one. Okay, and something like this. There are so many methods are there. Okay, and you can go on, if you want to listen any click event, you can go for a click event. Okay, something like this. There are CSS event is there, double click is there, DVL click is there. All our click events will be there. Okay, whichever the event you want to handle, you can handle this events here. Okay, something like this. So this is all about jQuery. And so most of the thing what we are going to do, we are going to change the text, we are going to change the color, we are going to either hide, or those things only we are going to do it, right? Instead of writing our document get element by id, we can write a dollar and simple hide. Automatically it's going to do in a simple one. Suppose where you want to use it, we have done one validations, right? Login form validations. So whenever you are doing login form validations, again you are writing a document that get element by show and show error. If you are using jQuery, how much easy it is? It will be very easy. That is the reason go and use the jQuery in that login forms. Okay. Yes.